In the cold darkness of the early morning, tens of thousands of devotees trekked to the hilltop temple of Mata Vaishno Devi in Indian-administered Kashmir. At about 3 a.m. there was a surge in the crowd. Witnesses describe a horrifying crush and people trampling over bodies. Initial reports suggest an altercation between groups visiting the shrine, perhaps to offer special prayers for the new year. But security has also been called into question.
The police were very irresponsible. They did not put up dividers in the area outside the cave. They mixed also those coming out of the shrine and those going in. I saw it with my own eyes. Police pushed the pilgrims and also waved batons and blew whistles to intimidate them, which spread panic, and there was a stampede in no time.
Now, the Israeli military has launched missile strikes against targets in the Gaza Strip. A video coming in from the region shows 3 huge explosions as Israeli fighter jets were heard flying over the area. There was no immediate confirmation on possible casualties or what was hit by the Israeli fighter jets. However, it is reported that the deadly missile strikes by Israel are in response to 2 rockets allegedly fired from the Gaza Strip early on Saturday. Now, this fell into the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of Tel Aviv. This is according to the Israeli army. No injuries have been reported. However, in a statement, the Israeli army has said that earlier this morning, 2 rockets launched were identified from the Gaza Strip towards the Mediterranean. The rockets fell off the coast of the Tel Aviv.
Thursday afternoon, the largest raw sewage spill on record for the LA County sanitation districts seen here worked its way through a Carson neighborhood on the corner of 212th Street and Linton Avenue.
It is just flooding the street with fecal matter and toiletries just going down, and the odor is really, really bad, contaminating our neighborhood.
A spokesperson with the sanitation districts says 6 to 7 million gallons spilled because of this sewer collapse near the 110 freeway off-ramp at Carson Street, leading to the backup erupting here. The filth making its way into a storm drain out to the Dominguez Channel and into the LA Harbor, prompting beach closures from Long Beach down to Seal Beach. Local wildlife rescue organizations on standby for reports of affected marine life.
A horrifying landslide incident claimed the lives of 4 people in Haryana's Bhiwani district. The incident happened at the Dada mining zone in the Tosam block of Haryana's Bhiwani district on Saturday morning. Apart from 4 being killed, several other miners are feared to be trapped under the debris. Due to the rise in the air pollution in the NCR level, the NGT had banned mining activities in the area. The activity was restored in the area last Friday, where large-scale mining activities take place and stones from mining areas are sold in Rajasthan and Haryana.
Prince Andrew has been asked to provide evidence proving his alleged medical inability to sweat in court documents filed by lawyers for Virginia Giuffre. Ms Giuffre is accusing the royal of sexually assaulting her, a claim the prince strenuously denies. In a BBC interview in 2019, the Duke of York claimed he could not sweat for many years, which countered the allegations made by Ms Giuffre that he was sweating profusely before they had sex in London when she was 17. Her lawyers have also demanded documents relating to Prince Andrew's travel to and from Jeffrey Epstein's planes or homes across the US.
A fire has erupted at the South African Parliament, with flames bursting from the roof of a building and a plume of smoke that could be seen from miles away. Several hours after the blaze started in the legislative capital, Cape Town, thick smoke was still pouring from one of the several buildings that make up the Parliament complex. Public Works and Infrastructure Minister told reporters the blaze was under control. She said it was currently burning in the National Assembly chamber but had been contained in other parts. The minister said there were no reports of any injuries in the fire.
Tonight, a dramatic high-wire rescue in Albuquerque, New Mexico. All 21 people pulled to safety after being stuck in a cart on a tramway for more than 14 hours.
It was taking roughly about 5 to 15 minutes for every 2 people to get rescued off, and that includes the helicopter flight.
This as a massive New Year's storm marches east, putting more than 80 million people across the country on alert for heavy snow, torrential flooding, and a potential for tornadoes. That looming threat taking aim at some of the same areas already decimated by twisters just 3 weeks ago. In south central Kentucky, life-threatening flash flooding taking over streets, crews and rafts pulling people to safety.
The South Korean military says it's carried out a search operation after a South Korean man crossed the border into North Korea. The circumstances of the apparent defection are unclear, but a military source says the unnamed man crossed from the demilitarized zone into the north on Saturday evening. The Office of South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said it could not confirm whether the person was still alive. Laura Bicker in Seoul is following the story.
There have been a number of breaches of the border in the last few years, but this, just to explain to your viewers, is one of the most heavily fortified areas in the entire world. It is a 4-kilometre wide area full of landmines, surveillance equipment. It is surrounded by electric fences. Normally there are guards and watchtowers who are there armed, ready to react every 24 hours.